So just a moment, everyone on Facebook, while I get the other streams going. I'm just having a slight technical issue and then we'll get right into it. So I believe I am about to be live on YouTube again this week. Hopefully Instagram's going to work for me as well this week. I'm slowly working this software out, and I will jumping over to YouTube, not YouTube. Okay, so oops, we don't need to hear me. So it looks like I am live on so I'm live currently on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now all I need to do is click the button for you, TikTok. That's what it's called. So we'll give everything a moment to send out all of the notifications that need to be sent out so we can see who's watching what. So just bear with me as I finalise the tech setup. Okay, so I've now got everything pretty much in front of me where I can see, hopefully, everyone's comments. Welcome, everybody. So am I live over here yet? Yep. Awesome. So welcome, everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Amanda Sutherland. I'm an entertainer and I'm an entrepreneur. And tonight I do look a little bit run down because my asthma has decided to remind me that it's changing here in Australia from summer to winter. So it was just going to be one of those things where I'm going to sound a little off tonight. So please bear with me. But this is me showing up because I told you guys I would be here every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney time. So this is me showing up regardless. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join in. So we've got a few people popping in over on TikTok. Welcome. So I'll just start that again. So basically, for those of you who are just joining fresh, my name's Amanda Sutherland. I'm currently an entertainer, a university student, a mum, all of that stuff, and an entrepreneur. And what I love to do for entrepreneurs is to help them get into behind the nitty gritties of their back ends and help them work them out and get rid of not so much get rid of their tweaks, but tweak issues that they might be having to make things work much better for them. Some of the programs I specialise in are MailChimp and MailerLite. Canva, I love playing with Canva. So they're the sort of things I love to specialise in. I can build websites, but I'm not an expert at building websites, but I can build you one that will work. That sort of thing. But tonight, every Friday night, I like to get together with my viewers, which is all of you. So thank you for taking the time to stop by and say hello. Make sure you do say hi and tell me where even if you're watching the replay, tell me where you're tuning in from, because I love to know how far and wide we get with this. But over the last few weeks, you guys would have noticed that one of the most recurring theme for me is we come together on a Friday night. Excuse me, that's the asthma played up. On a Friday night to celebrate our wins. So let's share our wins with everybody, each other, so that we know what we're celebrating, and that we can give everyone a virtual high five and basically, just celebrate the wins. So for me, a win this week is I actually got another assessment in at uni. As you know, when you go to uni, there are deadlines and whatnot, and I actually managed to meet the deadline, which was awesome. So that's my big win for this week, is finishing the uni deadline on time. But I might talk tonight about a project I am going to be working on for uni, which could be relevant if it works. If it works, it will be a great project for entrepreneurs to help them regain some time back in their lives. So if it works, I'll be definitely sharing it with you and all of you, and making sure that I explain it to you. So basically, my project that I'm working on at uni. Now, bear in mind, I am doing a theatre degree. But I am doing arts in the theatre at uni, so it does have an artistic flair to it. But the idea or the concept of my project is to investigate how we can use AI to actually clone ourselves, to help ourselves get through videos a bit quicker and a bit easier, and make it less work for a small business like myself, one person business, to actually say I'm a two-person business because I have a beautiful VA. So to make it easier for them to get high-end, high-quality videos. Now, I haven't worked out a way yet to make it go, I haven't found a system yet that allows me to do a live with an AI version of me, which would be kind of interesting given that I have some surgery coming up later in the year, which would allow me to still do my Friday Night Live, even though I'm recovering from surgery. So that's kind of interesting. I'm looking into all of that stuff, but it's more for things like what they call a talking head video. If you've heard of what a talking head video is, pop talking heads in the comments. But if you haven't, it's basically a video where you see about this much of the person in the frame, and they're sharing their message. Welcome everyone on TikTok. We've got quite a few people popping in over here, so thank you very much for taking the time to join me. So what you will notice is that my head will move from one screen to another because I've got my computer here and I've got my phone here. And on my computer, I've got a piece of software that allows me to broadcast live to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. However, until we get a few more followers on TikTok, I can't add TikTok into that program. So we use my phone for TikTok. So I go back and forth trying to keep track of everyone's comments. So if my head does move a little bit, but thank you for joining me anyway, because I know time's a big thing. And yeah, if you've got a win, please pop it in the comments so I can give it a shout out. Wins don't have to be big. As you would have known, if you've been following for a little while now, you'll know for me a win is as simple as getting out of bed some days, especially for those of us who do live with mental health conditions or even just physical health conditions. Getting in and out of bed is just sometimes the biggest win you can have. And you need to take time to remember each week that these small wins, they add up to something bigger. If you think of it like this, when we're celebrating wins, if you think of it like this, it's like, I'm just trying to think of a really cool scenario for you. It's sort of like running a race. An athlete that trains for a race. They don't win a race just by turning up and deciding to run the race and see who wins, make sure they win. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to put in the training and you have to break it down into micro goals. Sorry. Got a bit of asthma tonight, so I'm going to be a bit back and forth with the lungs tonight. Oh, thank you. Someone's just said I'm a good creator. Thank you so much for that. So basically, with the race, you've got to take little steps along the way to get to a point where you can win a race, and that's your big win at the end of the end goal. It's the big win. But you don't get there without creating little steps along the way. And for that to happen, you've got to acknowledge each of those micro goals and celebrate those. Because if you don't celebrate the little mini wins or the steps on the way to the big win, you probably won't achieve the big win. Especially if you're looking at going straight from, say, if this is the path you want to take, you want to go from here to here. If you don't celebrate each of these steps along the way and just try to aim for here to here before you celebrate, there's a very good chance that you'll get through maybe this up to about this point and then you'll give up because you'll forget why you're doing something. But if you're celebrating each little win and building on each little win as you go, it helps create a sense of motivation, the willingness to get to the end. It helps encourage you and remind you that there is an end in progress, an end in sight. So you just need to remember sometimes. Hey, Steph over on Facebook, thank you for joining me this evening. And hey, over on Instagram, we've got GK Art and Design. Thank you for joining me, lovely. So it's kind of awesome that we've got people joining all over the place today. I love this. This is awesome. But yeah, just remember, it doesn't matter how big or small, it is important to celebrate the wins every step of the way because that's how you get to the major goals that you want to achieve. So thank you. Someone sent a friendship over on TikTok. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you've sent 2 friendship necklaces. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So it's one of those things. It's like Exactly. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I've got Penny over on TikTok, and Penny's exactly right. It doesn't matter whether the win's big or small. It's a win. And remembering the win is your next step. Because if you have a little win, you want to go again. It motivates you because success builds on success. Yes, it certainly does. So it definitely builds it. Yes, sorry. I probably shouldn't be on tonight, but I made a commitment to be here for you all, so I'm still here. So thank you for putting up with the funny breathing tonight. Thingy, sorry, I thought, was it you? Yeah, I've got a lady here by the name of Penny Wong who followed me. Thank you very much for the follow. Now I've got somebody called Thingy questioning that, so I'm not sure if I've misread a name. If I have, I'm very sorry. Very sorry. So basically, yeah, if we remember that we've had a win, it helps us build that idea of winning. It helps us to change our mindset into a winning mindset, and each win builds onto the next win. And if you don't do that, it's very easy to become dismotivated and just, oh, thank you, Thingy. It's just one of those things that you need to do to, keep you going. And that's why we have this live every week. Yeah, I like to give you a little bit of education about some of the things I do as well, but please celebrate your wins in the comments, and let's be happy for each other, and let's build it, help each other get to our goals. So one of the things I do want to talk to you tonight about is this idea I'm going to be working on to hopefully help people like me who are very small business owners, who are content creators, who don't have a lot of time, because I do have a few clients that I have to help through the week. I also go to uni, and I also run a volunteer drama-based club for my local community, because drama is awesome for kids. And there's also the little bit of entertainment I do here and there. So I like most people, I lead a very, very busy life. So I'm always on the lookout for things that help make my entrepreneurial journey a little bit easier. And one of the things I'm experimenting with through this project at uni is whether or not I can create an AI version of me that looks like me and sounds like me to help me with some of my posts. So if you've been following me for a while now, you know I love to create my own affirmations for us to help us get to our wins. And I don't have the time to sit down every week to sit down and actually record videos for all of those affirmations. So what I'd like to try and do to help maintain that appearance of me talking is create an AI avatar that can do it for me, which I can then help, hopefully. Shouldn't be doing this while you sit. But this is me living up to my commitment, and that's something you're probably going to hear me remind myself tonight a few times, because it is very tempting for me to stay in bed and not come on tonight. So thank you. And this is my way of saying that I really appreciate you all, because I am here. So yeah, and hopefully by creating these little AI talking head videos, I can then still, without having to lose a lot of time through videoing, create the small videos that I want to create. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to follow along the journey with me as I work it all out. So you will start to see little test things pop up and down. I've already done a couple of little test ones where I've found a couple of things that take a standard, like a photo, and then the AI is able to lip sync it with you give it a text, and it can make your mouth move and lip sync to the words, but it doesn't give you your own voice. So what I'm trying to do is work out a way of actually pre-recording a video of myself talking, and actually then be able to have it use my voice as well, just because AI is a brilliant tool if you use it correctly, but I don't want to actually put up too much content without my voice, because that's not authentic. And another thing you will know from, if you've been following for a little while now, is that I love I love being authentic to who I am. That's why I'm sitting here tonight, sick and no makeup, nothing like that, because I am true to who I am, and this is where I am tonight. And you know what? There is absolutely nothing wrong with being true to yourself. In fact, oh, excuse me, if being true to yourself and being true to where you are in your life in that moment, it's actually going to resonate a lot better with who you're trying to attract as a client. So yeah, it's really important to be authentic to yourself, and I'm hoping to develop this AI technology or find a way of using the existing AI technology to allow me to share that authenticness, even though it's going to be AI generated image of me and my voice talking. It's going to allow me to still share the content I want to share and be able to get through and do it a lot quicker. And as I work this out, I'm going to share this journey with you, and you guys can actually help me decide whether it's working or not. So stay a little bit long, join him for the ride. But on that note, I know I normally go for about half an hour, but I think tonight I'm just going to have to call it quits. It's shorter because I'm finding it harder and harder to breathe, and I don't want to scare anybody with that. So I'm going to go take some more asthma medicine and rest up. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will be back next Friday at 6 p.m. with another live. Hopefully, I'll be able to go for an hour, half an hour to an hour next week. But please look after yourselves in the meantime. And if you do watch the replay, just pop in hashtag replay so I know you've watched the replay. And please celebrate your wins in the comments so that we all get a chance to celebrate each other and help the community grow and help us build each other up, because there's too much negativity in this world and we just don't need that. We need to focus on what we are doing right. Yes, we acknowledge that bad things happen, and we acknowledge that there is a lot of negativity, but we need to remember that there is an awful lot of good as well. So just remember that celebrate your wins, build each other up. Don't use these platforms as an opportunity to take people down. It's just not worth it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to love and leave you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry, I just can't keep going tonight, but I'll be back next Friday night, and we will celebrate our wins again, and I'll give you an update on the AI project and see where things are at. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.